Okay, Mom.
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Listen, guys, I already told you guys I had a baby, right? Did we talk about this in the last week? Okay, can you guys just like bear with me because this girl needs coffee so bad. Okay, so I might be slurping here and there. Just
Do you want to
Let
talk
it be.
about what we
Let it
just saw
be.
this morning on the side of your counter?
yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, guys, I got a push present.
Guys, guys. You know, Breville. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't even have said it. You say it first.
Well, no, you said it, yo.
No, what I was gonna say is they didn't come through for you.
No, they
so
didn't.
like your husband had to come through for you instead.
Yeah,
because he's a
did.
real one.
Yeah, he is. He kept asking me, he's like, oh, you know, like, what is it that you want? We're at the point in our marriage, guys, where like the surprises don't happen. Okay, just tell me what you want.
Whatever
so it's
works.
Easier. I like it that way too because then I don't
Shut
want to
up.
get something and then be like in the hassle of returning or whatever, or making somebody feel
Thank you so much.
making someone feel bad for getting
Yeah.
something that I don't really want. So he kept saying, he's like, oh, what do you want? What do you want? And first I was looking at stuff like purses and whatever. And I was like, oh, maybe a nice pair of shoes. But like my shoes are weird. Like they got really big and swollen when I was pregnant. So they're kind of coming down to like regular size, but you just never know. And then I was looking and then I was like, you know what? We just need to update the coffee machine. So we got the big Breville.
It's a big daddy,
It's a
guys.
big Breville. I'm so excited. It's the one that like it tamps and it grinds your beans for every cup. I'm so excited. I'll keep you guys posted. You guys can
We're
see
gonna
on my
share
stories.
like a little snippy snap.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a little behind the scenes.
Now, like, should I become a coffee drinker?
Yes, you
Because like,
yes, you should.
मुझे इसका flavor नहीं पसंद.
But what if I make it a little bit sweet so it'll taste like an ice
Maybe
cap?
I'll try it once
Yeah.
or twice. Because
Yeah.
once I feel like you gave me a coffee and I was like, oh, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
But then if the addiction starts, guys, it's gonna be such a bad addiction.
Who said it's a bad addiction? Who? It's not. It's not.
And in lieu of the coffee machine, Breville, if you'd like to give us anything else, we're open to it. Thank you.
Or I can return this and you can give me one, yeah. I'm open. I'm all in.
Breville, we didn't have to ask you, okay? But we did. There's other coffee machines too in this
Yeah,
world,
there
okay?
is.
But we said no.
Yes.
We are gonna support Breville, okay? So if you guys can just give them a little taggy tag, if somebody's working at Breville, you know, let your higher ups know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, you guys, the machine looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It's like a robot.
I know. I don't know. I saw it and I was like,
And I didn't even see it. Like I'm here, like just doing other things. And then all of a sudden she's like, yo. And I was like, oh my gosh. It's actually so cool, guys.
It's
so
really
cool.
nice. I had a DeLonghi first, but
Yeah.
it was a slimmer one because I wanted to get used to having an espresso machine because I had a Keurig before, so I was all about the pods.
Yeah.
So to move that to an espresso machine took me time to learn. There's like a learning curve, and then it took me time to enjoy the coffee. But now from here to here, I'm just like,
So like this coffee machine, does it make like all different types of coffees and
Yes.
stuff?
everything.
And guys, I saw the frothing stick. You
Yeah.
know, I love the frothing. I'm so excited. Okay, at our age, this is what makes us happy right now.
I know.
Okay.
But also at our age, like, this is what I need. This is literally my daily, guys, I go to bed dreaming about what recipe of coffee I'm going to make in the
Okay,
morning.
this is the small joys though.
It
Like, can
is.
we just acknowledge it's
And
such a beautiful thing?
And I take like 15 minutes. Like I wake up, I'll do everything for everybody else. And then it's me time. And then me time is by that countertop with my coffee machine trying to like,
exactly.
I'm making this new one that I'm addicted to. It's my favorite recipe right now. It's a maple, a salted maple brown sugar latte. It's
sounds
literally like
amazing.
sea salt, maple syrup, brown sugar. Then you add your shaken espresso. Then you add your choice of milk. Oh my God, it's so good.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
I dream about it every night.
You're gonna share a picture on our socials.
And I think I'm going to let you have that one.
I'm gonna try it
Yeah.
and I will let you guys know. And I'm gonna be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't get butthurt if I'm like,
I
yeah,
won't.
not a fan.
I'll be like, मुझे दे दो वापस. मैं पी लेती हूँ अभी इसी वक्त.
I love it. Okay, so I watched the end of the damn drama.
Finally.
Oh my god, guys! I like last night. I was like, do I work or do I watch the end of this goddamn drama? Okay?
Priorities.
Meri Zindagi Hai Tu. Okay.
मेरी जिंदगी खराब कर दिया इस ड्रामे ने. Okay?
Meri Zindagi तूने खराब कर दिया. Okay? What was your take on like that? Like in a gist, what's your thoughts on the drama?
First of all, it did not need to be 40 million episodes long with the way it ended.
Allah ki kasam.
With the way that was the ending, no, this could have ended 16 episodes ago.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why they dragged it on for way too long. Okay, Kamyar is still a little badtameez.
Jawal insan, okay? Like Jawal till the end, okay? Like,
and I guess like that's part of his personality.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how they're
yeah.
showing him on the drama. But like, yeah, thoda sa banda like sudhar jata hai, but no, he doesn't.
bro, what the
doesn't.
hell was I
Yeah.
watching?
Also, like, the girl kind of made me upset.
Okay.
I wanted to do one of the chandamar. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you, did you feel like the end was so rushed?
He's so rushed.
So I was so confused
Yeah,
by it
yeah.
because it was like in the last episode, it's just like they wrapped everything in a bow and threw it at you.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on a second. I am not ready for this. Why is the Churel, whatever, what's her name?
Faria.
Why is she just coming all of a sudden now? It's like, let me do an apology with you.
And
I'm
like, how did she land there? That's
Exactly.
what I needed to know.
Where did the growth happen?
Yep.
Okay. It's not that tum raat ko soyo and then the next day you woke up a new person. Don't tell me this bullshit. Okay. Don't give me this BS. Okay. And then you know what was really triggering me? Okay.
What's up?
So she has this conversation with Hanya. Okay. And then all of a sudden she's at the beach with this guy. Okay. She's sitting there.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm like, why are you still talking to her? Okay.
He's just
why are you
an-
still talking to her? Okay. Biggest snake ever. Then it's like he's sitting at the beach with this girl. And I'm like, why? Like, first of all, are you supposed to be doing this right now? While you're technically still married. And then he kind of gives her a little bit of like oh, you know, you're the only person that was there for me through everything.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, in another life or something, I would have wanted to be with you. When he dropped that,
I was like, the flipping audacity.
but then
okay?
also I'm like, yo, is this what brown guys do? Is this a
Yes.
brown guy thing?
Yes, it's a brown guy coded ting ting. Okay.
Because you know what? This is what they do.
What the hell?
Yeah, you have a girlfriend on the side, you're eyeing her friend. You
Okay.
have a friend on the side, you're eyeing her sister.
Okay, but she totally got excited. Okay, I don't care what anyone
Yeah, she
says.
did, she did.
Some of the things that she was saying, it was like, "Chalo usko chodo, koi baat nahi." Like, this is good for you. And I'm like, girl, did you not just apologize to her?
Oh my god, I spilled coffee everywhere.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that. She got so excited, she spilled the coffee everywhere.
Chalo, it's fine.
Yo, it's a
We'll
nice
just blame my
sweatshirt, though.
kids. Anyways,
Whenever he was saying these things, she was getting like D-Lo, she was kind of like, this is what I always want to hear. And then she said
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
She said it.
Yep.
Okay. And like, I think just the whole storyline of like, it went from her dad had a heart attack. He goes home. Okay.
Bro.
And then all of a sudden it's like, she's at the hospital. And then he comes in and she sees that he sees that she's crying. It's like, bro, you already know you love her. Okay. Can you stop with the natak? Like
that.
it makes me so mad because I'm just like, itni der ke baad.
Yep.
Like, it's like, this is what it took you to come back.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
isn't that pagalpan? Like,
It's- okay, aside from all of that one, because bro, he just like made me so upset. I hated the fact that when they had a moment to actually make the story progress, they didn't. So for example, when the dad had a heart attack, that's when they should have jumped on their relationship recovering.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's okay. Do you want to do a recap of the episode?
Oh, yeah, I guess we should. Okay, so
because way
basically-
too many of y'all have requested that Hina recap the episode.
I'll
Go.
recap it. I don't know how good it's going to be. Okay. This episode, he's recovering from potential death. Okay. So like Hanya is talking to her sister at the hospital and her sister's like, oh my God, did you talk to dad? And then she's like, yeah, dad won't really talk to me. He's really upset, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the sister's like, oh, well, you know how he is. He wouldn't have because you picked somebody that he was worried that you wouldn't be happy with. And then she's just like, oh, like, are you happy? And then she's just kind of like, oh, like, I don't know if I'm happy because I thought he really loved me, but it seems like he hates me. Okay. Then it's like, while she's talking to his sister, okay, her sister, she starts to cry, okay, and she's really upset. The sister sees Gamyar, he's in the hospital, so the sister goes into the dad. Gamyar is there, and he's just like, he sees her, okay, and then she's like, great, this like khabis insan is here, okay. So then he freaking goes to her, and he's just like, why are you crying? And then she's like, I'm just upset because of life or whatever the hell she was. I don't even know what
Her
the hell she said.
dialogue, I don't even remember.
Whatever the hell it was. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I know you're not upset about that. I know you're upset because I'm your husband and I've known you for so long. I know you're upset because of your dad. And he said something, didn't he? He must have said something stupid. And I'm just like, bro, if you clock that he said something stupid, bro, can you not fix the situation?
No, he loves to trigger her. He loves to trigger her.
Then what does he do? He's like, I've had enough. Take you inside. Let's see your dad right now. And I'm like, I hi. Okay, immediately I hi moment. He takes her inside to the dad. The dad's like, कहाँ से आ गया फिर आ गया तुम कहाँ से आ गए हो क्या काम यार? And he's like, आप मुझे बताएं, you know, like आप अपनी बेटी से प्यार करते हैं तो इस तरह उसको ये देखिए ये रो रही है. And then he's just like, ये इसलिए रो रही है क्योंकि तुम्हारे साथ इसने शादी की है. And I'm just like, astaghfirullah. Like I'm sitting there like, bro, men complex. The ego was at a 25.
Okay, but also the dad's like toba on his dad's bed. And I'm like, Kamya is just triggering the whole family.
And I'm like, yaar, Allah dekh raha hai, ya baki. Like, I'm like, ek to wo dheet hi hai, okay? The dad's like, nah, I'm a double deet. Okay,
Yeah.
like if he's deet, he's deeter. Like it just even makes sense, yo. Like he's just like, it's like full on brawl. Okay, then after that, Kamya's like, chalo theek hai, main aapko aapki beti wapas kar deta hu. And I'm like, you're such a dumbass. Like, in that moment, if I was the wife,
yeah,
I would slap my husband.
I know, I would too.
Like I would be like, how dare you?
Yeah, and like, what are you doing? When I have constantly told you that my dad doesn't want me to come home, what are you doing?
And after everything I did for your ass, okay, and now you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna give you her back. They have this full freaking conversation.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, he's like, Chalo, Ira, hum chalte hain. And I'm like, chalte hain where? You literally just said that you're dropping him off to her dad. And then he reaches a hand out, he's holding her hand. I'm like, you better not be.
Yeah, I don't know what that whole scene was about.
That was so weird. Yeah. So weirded out. And then naturally when she's like, F you, I'm not going to hang out with you. Then she goes back to her dad and now all of a sudden he's catching feelings. And then he's crying like...
Okay, so are we going to talk about the cry? Are we going to talk about the cry? It's a pretty ugly cry, you know what I mean?
You talk about it.
Ugly. Okay.
Hideous.
Not only was the cry really ugly, I hated the fact that all of a sudden now the dad is like accepting the daughter. Haha, now come into my home. Oh, I'm going to take her with me. You have nothing to worry about, my golden child. Yo, honestly, the dad made me so mad.
So mad.
Before I was low-key like kind of on his side. I was like, oh, I get it. You were still supportive. Fine. You're upset. You're her dad. She married somebody that you didn't approve of. And he was treating her like crap. You knew that he was going to do that. Now, in that hospital scene, I was like, bro, the dad is just as bad as Kamyar. They both have the same problems.
Yeah.
They both have the same ego.
Yeah.
They're just on polar opposites.
Yup, 100%.
Oh.
And then he's at his grandma's bed crying like a flipping 2-year-old child, okay? Ask me if I felt remorse. Zero remorse. I was like, oh, ro ke maro, okay? Like I was pissed, okay? And then the grandma, she's sleeping and then she wakes up and she's like, beta, kya hua hai? And I'm like, Dadi, tu bhi na, like, you don't act like you don't know that this guy is the biggest dumbass ever, okay? And so she wakes up and she's like, don't worry, where is Ida? Where is Ida? And he's like, she ain't home.
She ain't coming.
She's like, kahan pe hai ghar? I'm like, don't tell me you're this dumb, Dadi. Like, you don't see
Why
like
else would he be crying like this?
Yeah. And then he's like, she ain't coming back. And she's like, don't worry, I'll go get her. And I'm like, oh God, this family is like so weird. Okay.
First of all, the Dadi needs to chill. Okay, वो भी बीच में रली हुई है. Like, just
I swear to God,
take a step back, lady.
take a deep breath. You don't have many left. You just take a deep breath. So at this point, he's crying his head off. Okay, then at that point, Ida's like gone home with her fam. Okay,
And she was at her mom's house for how long? A month or something.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a
And
really long time.
It passed in like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Clearly, a
obviously.
month passed in 30
नीचे
seconds.
लिखा हुआ था, 1
But the
month.
rest of the series passed in like 20 years. So
Thank
like
you.
it is what it is. So like they're at home now. And she's just going on with her regular day. Her friends are trying to convince her, like, bro, go back to your man. He really loves you, okay? Her sister's like, don't think of it that way. Her dad,
No.
I think you need to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Oh, I think you need to get into your master's program and
Yeah.
leave the country and get a divorce and whatever you decide. But if you choose to stay with him, I will support you.
Which was such a lie. Such a lie. Okay.
It was the ultimate parent guilt.
Yo, I was thinking the same.
Because
thing.
first you slide the divorce papers to her, and then
Ooh.
you say, nee, but whatever you decide, I will
oh my God,
support
it was
you.
so bad. Okay. So now the the Kamyar's parents are like, bro, listen, F you, Kamyar. We're not going to hang out with you, okay? We're going to go to Ira's house and we're going to try and get her back, okay? So he's like, fine, you do what you got to do. I'm not going to go, okay? Like the weak man he is. I was getting so mad, okay?
Okay, but
so
why didn't he go? This is
because he had an ego. It was an ego problem. He like men. You know when you become like an akru?
Yeah.
He was an akru, okay?
Because zyada hi tha, nahi?
Bahut zyada. So they go over, okay? They're trying to talk to the dad. They're being so respectful, and then the dad is being such a like
Chaval.
major chaval, okay? And he's like, my daughter has already said that she's not happy. Where's your son though? Where is he? Where's he at? He ain't here. And I was like, fair point. He ain't here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So then at that point, the dadi is like, oh, can me and her mother-in-law talk to her? They're like, okay, fine. So they go and they talk to Ida, and Ida's just sitting there and she's like, I've already made my decision. Even though it's like, girl, you didn't make your decision. Obviously, you're still salty. Obviously, you want to get the man back. But again, I understand because as a girl, I would never reach out to the guy first. Okay.
Yeah, but she's also so heavily influenced by her dad. And her dad is finally talking to her.
100%.
And her dad finally welcomed her back into her home. So now she's like, you know what? I have to do everything to please my dad. She has such a dad pleasing complex.
Dad pleasing, and this is like such a desi
Typical.
The typical desi lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Love story. Okay. So then at that point, they leave. The dadi is so upset. She's like, bro, give him a chance. The mom's like, come on, like, give him a chance. He's changed. He's different. She's like, hell no, I ain't giving you a chance. So they go back. Okay. At this point, then she's like, okay, I'm going to focus on my school. She gets into the master's program. Bro, the day she gets into the master's program, her dad is watching her see on the computer. She's getting in. And then he slides over the divorce papers. Congratulations. And here's a second congrats. Like, what?
This was the dad's
That was
like
diabolical.
I know, but it was the dad's master plan. I feel like he's been trying to do this since she got married.
1,000,000%. अंदर से वो like गाने गा
कब
रहे
से
थे.
पता नहीं पेपर बनवा के रखे हुए थे डेस्क में.
In his little touchy. And I was
the
just like,
file cabinet.
yeah. And then flipping Kamyar finds out that his girl is going to fly off into the next country, okay, without his ass. And this boy does nothing, okay? Like he just sits there. I would be running, okay? I would be on foot, by foot,
By foot.
Yeah, like I would be going to get my girl, okay? But obviously he didn't have the brain capacity. Then eventually his grandma is like, the flip is wrong with you.
Yeah, seriously.
Get a grip. I'm glad she said that because she was like, I'm sick and tired of your bullshit.
Yeah.
Like she was, okay, so he's basically like, it's not that I don't think she can change. I don't know if I can change. And then I was like, okay, I understand. Like clapping for you that you have some self-awareness because at this point, none of us think you can change either. But like reality-wise, bro, fix up.
Fix up. And because she's going to leave and you're not fighting for her.
Yeah.
So even if you think she's going to, okay, at the end of the day, even if you think you can't change, the bottom line is you love her. If you love her, at least show her that much.
Yeah.
But no, you refuse to even go. Everybody's pushing you to go and tell her not to go and do her master's abroad, but you're not listening.
Yeah. And then what happens? Girl gets on an airplane. Okay. She's flying out. She's
God,
at
this
the
scene.
airport with her family. Okay. Where's this man? Nowhere to be found. And all her walk all the way there. First, like, see you later, family. Happy, happy, happy. And then she's doing the lonely walk past security, sitting on the airplane. Every second she's thinking about him.
goes like
Okay.
this.
She's looking around. Some child grabs her the dupatta and he thinks, oh shoot, that was him. But it wasn't. It was a child. Okay. And so like I'm sitting there like, you know you love this guy, but I understand. Because as a girl, I would never call him, especially because he's the one that did me dirty. Okay?
Right.
So I'm gonna hold my ground. I'm gonna sit on the airplane. I'm gonna cry my eyes out and it's gonna be okay. Okay. Then she sits down and the flipping, of course, the excessive drama too. The pilot comes out, okay, and he's like, Ida Kamyar or whatever.
Yeah, whatever his last name. Mrs. Kamyar.
And then she's like, yeah, bro, that ain't really my name, but sure, I'll say yeah. And then he gives her like an envelope and I'm like, this son of a gun gave her the signed divorce papers. He must have. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
okay?
same. That's what I thought too.
And then she sits down and she's reading these divorce papers. And all of a sudden you see Mr. Kamyar finally 4 mahino ke baad drop by and sit beside her on the chair. And I'm like, is this man bipolar?
Yeah, he is.
What the flip? And the attitude twist was like this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's happy now.
All of a sudden you're like doing better and you love her again and you can show her and you've changed.
Weird. Okay.
I don't know. It was just weird.
And then and then she's like, he has this whole comment. I'm so sorry. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. I ripped up the divorce papers. This is them in the envelope. And then she's like, well, you can't convince my dad. And then he did this whole thing with the dad when she was getting on the plane.
The video with the dad.
The dad is like, thinks some friend of his in the airport is like, needs to talk to him. So he goes out to the side. Security puts him in a room. And who do we see? Lo and behold, Cam Yar. Okay. Then he gives them the damn divorce papers and they have like a Mickey Mouse drawing on them. Okay. And then the dad looked at the Mickey Mouse drawing like,
अच्छा artist नहीं था.
yeah. And I was just like, this guy, अंदर से ना वही है, वही चीज है.
He's the cartoon himself.
He's such a shed. Like, you're just like, this guy is such a, I don't even have the words. Okay.
Bongiya marta hai all the time.
Legit bongiya. Okay. And then the dad is like, grow up. And inside I was like, yes, grow up. Okay. And then he gets on his knees, hands in front, like, mujhe maaf kar do. And I'm like, bro, at this point, this is so sad and pathetic.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I was thinking about like asal mein real life mein.
I don't think anybody
I
does
would
this,
get
man.
the biggest ick.
Yeah, me too. I'd be like, oh my God, stand up. Like, God, just get off your knees. This is so weird.
Stand the hell up.
Yeah.
Okay?
And like, you should have done this months ago. You're doing this an hour before her flight?
Exactly. And then he's like, I went to therapy. Look, I started reading namaz. And I'm like, you gotta throw the namaz in there.
How?
Like,
yeah, because they showed so much alcohol in the drama. They got to throw it in the namaz.
it's like, he's reformed. End of the episode, he has reformed now.
Yeah.
The series is done. He's a better Muslim.
Yeah.
So we can love him again.
Yeah.
And then that was
God,
it,
when there was the scene of him lying on the couch with his therapist, I was like... like uski lash padi hui thi udhar. He did not look interested as if he wanted to be there.
I swear to God, okay?
There looked like there was
I
zero
felt the same
effort.
way.
Okay?
And then I was just like, he went for the show, okay? But he went, so we're gonna give him the credit.
Okay.
And then in the end, he's just like, forget your masters, we're gonna go on our honeymoon.
And she's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I bought out this whole airplane. It's just you and me.
But I was confused because I was like, hold on, she worked so hard for this master's.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
did she get in?
I don't know.
Because that made me more sad than the
I
whole
was so sad.
story.
I was like, so you didn't pursue that, but instead you went back to that? Like, can we just have the best of both worlds and still do that?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, I'll come with you.
That's what I thought. That's how it should have ended. मैं तुम्हें honeymoon में लेके जा रहा हूँ. I would have been like, bro.
And it's like, इतने अरसे के बाद, at least एक साल तो गुजर गया. एक साल के बाद, it's not really a honeymoon, especially after the like pagal काम that you were doing.
It's like a pleading moon.
Yeah, it's like
at this point because you're pleading for forgiveness.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's a Mazrat moon. Like, it's so bad. It was like, I thought about the drama. In the end, I sat there, okay, and I was just like, when I looked back at the drama on a whole, okay, I felt like 100% the ending was rushed, okay, and I just felt like, when there's like substance. Like, you're just like, I'm learning so much from this, or like there's a depth in the drama. Like, I don't feel like I had that. It was one of those like brain rot dramas. Like, Hanya's great actress.
Yeah,
she's a really good actress. But like, I just felt like she needs a better script.
I just feel like there was literally no story. What was the story? Guy loves girl. Guy got embarrassed. Girl still marries him. And then he wins her back.
That is the story. Yeah. This is the story.
So you have to watch some of the ones that have to do with like the India-Pakistan partition.
Like, which one?
What was it called? Somebody wrote in the comments a few episodes ago. I'll remember. It's Fawad Khan's in it.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Okay, maybe
it shows like real struggle. But there was another drama that talked about like rape in villages and stuff like that. Like, those ones are really good.
Like, I just need something deeper.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
Like, this to me was just like, itna maine time zaya kiya.
Okay, real talk though, you guys, the OST song is way better than the actual drama.
Oh my God. I honestly, like, the song would play halfway through and I was just like, I'm just watching for the song.
Yeah, same.
At this point, it's like, where's the song? But you know what I did like? Where at the end, he's like, oh, tu Meri Zindagi Hai Tu, and whatever. And I was just like, is this what the whole drama was about? You just need to repeat the lyric of the song in the drama?
Also, it did not have to be like, what was it, 39 episodes? 40? Was it 40 episodes?
Girl, what? I thought it was like 34 episodes.
No, I swear it was like 30. The last two it said episode 37.
I don't know.
It was a lot. Yo, I aged watching that drama.
I aged as well. And honestly, it kind of turned me away from dramas a little bit, not gonna lie.
No. We gotta make her watch a good one.
Send me a good one, guys.
Gotta make her watch a good one.
Okay, well, that was it. Tell us what you guys thought about the drama. Because we had a couple people message us and be like, guys, it's finished. Tell us your thoughts. So you tell us what you guys thought now that we've
rated it out of 10.
A 3. Like, for real, I'd give it a 3.
I would give it a 2.
Damn.
Yeah. But the song is a 10.
The song is 11. Okay, like.
Also, did you hear the part 2 of the song at the end of the drama?
Oh my God, I did.
That was
It was so good.
Yeah, that was so good.
Like this guy, like his voice is so good.
Yeah,
this
that was so
this
good.
guy,
This guy.
All right, guys, let's get into our topic of the day because we could just talk forever. So the topic of the week is: when did you realize you were giving more than you were getting in a friendship or a relationship?
I got the perfect one.
Yes.
After having a baby.
Oh my God.
You know when you're the first person in a friend group to have a baby? Nobody else gets it.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets it. Nobody else understands the anxiety. They're just like, bring the baby. And it's like, it's not that easy for me to just pack up and bring the baby.
It's not.
Also, I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know how my anxiety is.
Yeah. And it's like a comfort at home, right?
Yeah. And
you're
it's
like,
also
I
like,
just need my
how
space.
close are these friends with you? You know, before you have kids, you're just like, you realize, okay, I'm going out and I'm hanging out with everyone and your friend group is like this big.
Yeah.
Then after you have kids, your friend group kind of shrinks. And then you realize some of these friends are not really my friends. We just kind of like hang out for the sake of hanging out.
That's so true.
Yeah. And then you're just like, is it worth the headache
No.
of packing my baby? Trying to feed them before I get in the car. Then I get in the car, then I have to drive there. Oh, what if they don't sleep in the car seat and then they're screaming and wailing?
Oh God, that is anxiety.
Yo, the screaming and wailing in the car seat?
And you're driving on the highway?
Yeah.
And you're like panicking inside.
Yep.
And you know what's worse? When someone is sitting beside you.
Oh my gosh, because
And then they're getting like, koi baat nahi, main theek hu.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nahi, it's okay. Like, koi baat nahi, main piche baith jaun. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh,
just
the
like,
piche bacho was so
give
real.
it a minute, please.
You know,
And
sometimes
like,
my mom would be like, should I just sit in the back and hold the baby out of the
my
car
God,
seat?
That's happened.
And I was like, Mom, you are not doing that.
Yeah.
We're literally on a highway. Like, just stop for a second. When I get off and the next exit, I will safely park
Yeah.
and go around and hold the baby.
And
But
because they panic, you panic even
So
more.
much,
Even though
man.
like normally you might even be used to like that moment. Like, okay, I know she's gonna cry. It's gonna be really loud. It's gonna be
Yeah.
annoying. We're almost home. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And like someone is sitting there, like you can tell that they're feeling anxious
Yeah.
or they're like, it's okay. Da, 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 and then you start to feel anxious.
Yes.
And I still remember there were days where like my sister would be driving. It was me, my sister, my mom, and her son. Or her daughter.
Yeah.
And then we would be driving and then she would like the baby would start crying and then she would just be like, I'm just gonna pull over. Hina, can you drive the car? And I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'll drive the car. But it's like you just feel like ghabrahat.
yes,
Like,
the
you're like,
anxiety
oh.
is so real. I was
really is.
recently going to meet up with two friends,
Yeah.
and I decided to take the new baby with me.
Yeah.
And we're driving. This girl is wailing. And I'm like, what do I do? I'm halfway to the restaurant at this point. And I'm like, what do I do? So I messaged my friends. I was like, guys, I might have to turn around. Like, I'm just saying, I might have to turn around because even if it's fourth time around, guys, my anxiety is still there. The mom anxiety
Yeah,
is really
facts,
real. Okay.
facts.
And then I stopped at a gas station. I went to the back. I coddled her. I made her feel better. She didn't even want to feed. She just didn't want
wanted
to
to
be
be
in the car
held,
seat.
yeah.
Yeah. Then I put her back in. Then she settled. Then I got to the restaurant. Then the minute we got to the restaurant, this girl did not want me to put her down. I held her for 3 hours.
Oh my God.
In my god. Yeah, it was crazy. So I'm just like, there's just moments where you'll remember. And my first and my third absolutely hated the rear car seat.
Oh.
Like when I tell you, they wouldn't sit in it for a second.
Oh my God.
It wasn't until they were old enough and I was able to shift them to the front facing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah.
finally got some peace. You guys, they hated the car seat so much, I can't explain it to you.
That's such a struggle.
Yeah.
That's such a struggle. I remember with my son initially, because like I live so far away and I'm always coming down back this way and it's like an hour drive. So with my son, I was like, oh my God, like it's going to be so bad. And there was like a couple days where it was rough, but I don't know what it was. God bless. Maybe God was like, all right, I'm going to give you
a
one
pass here.
because you live so far away. But they were both really good in the car seat and they would
Thank
go to
God.
sleep.
Alhamdulillah.
I remember my daughter, sometimes I would play the Game of Thrones soundtrack and she would go to sleep. Swear to God. I think I have a video, guys. It's so funny.
My kids actually are obsessed with Atif Aslam.
Oh my God, I love Atif
Yeah,
Aslam.
if I play any Atif Aslam song, they'll chill out and then sometimes they'll fall asleep. But like when they were in the rear facing one, my first and my third, they didn't like it. And right now my fourth,
always
she
like-
kind of like sometimes likes the car seat, but not always. Like if she doesn't want to be in there, you can't like get her to fall asleep in
like
it.
you can't just be like, I'll just continue driving and then you'll be okay.
Yeah, no. She's not doing that. She will scream. When did you realize you were giving more than you were getting in a friendship or relationship?
When I realized I haven't had a proper hug or talk from my partner in months, I knew it was the end. Okay, so the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I feel like, you know how we talk about like just affection in general? But like sometimes you have relationships or like you're married to somebody and like there is no physical affection ever. And not because like you don't like someone hugging you, but just because there just is none. And it's almost like, what's going on? So like, what is going on? Because I feel like that's such a big part of a relationship when you're married to someone, especially for like both parties, that like both parties need to feel like, okay, imagine something happens to like your parents or like someone in your family passes away and you're like upset about it. You need someone to come and console you.
Yes,
like
exactly.
you need like a husband to be like, are you okay? Like they just come and give you a hug. But like I feel like some people, they feel uncomfortable with showing that. Like it's one thing where we feel like, oh, it's uncomfortable for us to accept it, and we've talked about that.
Yes.
But then there's some relationships where maybe the girl really wants that physical affection, but the guy just cannot provide it. And it could be for a number of reasons, where it could be that maybe the guy has never seen it, so he doesn't know how to show it. Sometimes I also think it's because maybe the guy doesn't like the girl, or the girl just doesn't like the guy. And then that's why they have a hard time showing that physical love.
Yeah, because this is what I'm wondering. What's the solution?
I don't know, but I feel like in this situation, when she's written this, I'm a little bit like, there's always an expectation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us growing up, we were never told, we never dated. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Right. So for the ones that did, it's a different story. You guys probably had a very different experience. But for the ones that never did, it was always this thing that like, yeah, when you get married, there is going to be a level of physical affection. Okay. Whether it's like a hug or like someone holding your hand or whatever it is. And I think it's kind of cute. Like when you watch it in movies, it's cute to see that. So then when you do get married and there is none, zero from both sides, what do you do and what do you think?
But from this scenario, it sounds like she had physical affection before and it stopped.
Now it's gone.
Yeah. Because she's like, that's how I knew it was the end.
Or she just never had it, and then eventually she realized that that's not normal.
I feel like when somebody is especially going through something, like let's say you're very sad, let's say you're crying, let's say something happened, and then your partner sees you crying or sees that you're upset and then doesn't reach out and like hold your hand or doesn't reach out and gives you a hug. You're kind of sitting there like, okay, I guess I'll just cry myself to sleep. And that is such a sad feeling.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking if something ever happened, oh my God, guys, like I think of this all the time where like if someone dear to me in my life passed away, which they have, and that person did not even console me.
Yeah.
I would be so heartbroken.
Me too.
Or even like, you know, in conversation sometimes when you're talking to your spouse or your like boyfriend, whoever it is, okay? You're talking to them and you're telling them something sad. It's not you intend to cry, but like you get upset and they don't even say, hey, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
I just, guys, I don't think that's normal. Personally, I don't think that's normal.
Because I think naturally everybody should be doing that.
Yeah, like and maybe it's also a personal thing where like some people just don't want that and they've voiced it. Like, I don't like that for whatever reason. Maybe something's happened in their life. But like for the vast majority, like even if I see a coworker upset, I think I'd still be like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need a hug? Like, or, you know, not like a guy, but like a girl. You know what I'm saying? But like, you just naturally, as a human being, you're just like, you good? Like, what's going on? Are you okay?
And like human touch is just so important. And I think we all crave it. I've always talked about how like I'm not comfortable with PDA, but that doesn't mean that I don't want hugs. That doesn't mean that I don't want to feel loved. And guys, I always shower it with my kids too.
Exactly.
Like, because I want them to know that, yes, maybe I didn't see it growing up, but they should know and see and feel that this is okay. And this is, you know, when one of my sons is feeling sad, you go and you give them a hug, you make them feel better, and they do feel better.
Yeah, they do.
Like you'll instantly see them like just are on your shoulder, and then all of a sudden they'll relax and their breathing gets better, and they can like let you know what happened. It's helping them regulate their emotions.
Yeah.
It does the same for adults.
I think so too. And I mean, to what you're saying about PDA, that's like it's a different thing, right? Public displays are like a little bit more out there, and a lot of us don't feel comfortable with that because genuinely we never saw that, right?
And it's kind of like a running joke between me and my husband too.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. But like in private, there's still affection that you show to each other, right? Yeah. I just think in private, if that's not there, then that's not normal. I find that to be very odd, and I'm like genuinely serious. I think in private, if there's no physical affection, like a hug or like a kiss on the cheek or like just something special, like we need that as human beings. Like you're saying, our kids need the physical affection. I know I love to hug my kids. They always ask for hugs when they're like really, really like having a hard time with their feelings. It'll be like, can I get a hug? Can I get a hug? And then it's like, yes. And you do notice it. You do notice that they feel calm. So in a relationship, if you're going through something and that person is not your safe person and they don't even like give you a hug, then to me, that's almost like a lack of trust in you or like in them, where I would feel like maybe this person they're not my safe person for me. Right? Because like, I don't just hug random people. Like I would want to hug somebody that I would feel like, oh, they'll actually help me. Like the hug will help me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know. I've heard
made me
this from
sad.
so many people, guys. This is why I read it, because I felt like it's a really big issue and it's not talked about a lot.
You know, and I also understand the perspective where with time, when you've been with somebody for so long, maybe the physical affection is not as much.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe your way of showing love to someone has changed, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, change in a relationship is very real, and your relationship will grow, and you'll maybe look at your partner being like, oh my God, you remember when we were like young, wild and free and doing all these crazy things or whatever? And now you're like, okay, by 8:30, you're like, okay, I want to go to bed.
I'm out. Tapping out.
Right? So things will change in your relationship, but I think it's always important to check in with your partner and like make sure whatever's going on, like, hey, are you okay? Whatever. Or like, if you feel like, you know how sometimes we used to always talk about like girls need to be wooed.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I can say the same for guys. I feel like, let's say you go through like I'm just going to say a dry spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you don't show any sort of physical touch for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, fair.
Then slowly, maybe you guys need to start slowly wooing each other so that you can feel that level of safety with your partner.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, you know, randomly, if I don't know, let's just say randomly your husband is sitting on the chair, just go from behind him and like give him a side hug.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, what's up? How's it going? And maybe he'll be like, oh, and then he'll be like, oh, right? Like it might take him by surprise. Maybe he'll crack a joke here and there or whatever, but then somebody has to break the ice.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to
agree.
say. If you're feeling sad and you're crying, I'm hoping that your husband will come and give you a hug, like, hey, are you okay? Like, come, let me just like make you feel better or whatever. And he'll just be there for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to break the ice and you need to reintroduce the physical touch in the relationship. But if it's completely gone, then I don't know how to do it. I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like if you started the relationship and it was never there, then that to me is like really odd, and there should be a conversation around that.
Right.
It's also, yeah, you're so right. Like the dry spell thing, especially when you have kids, guys, like I still remember, like, it's like you're so hyper fixated, and I understand it's just a moment. Like for us women, like there's so much going on, but I also just feel like I love what you said about you have to like reignite that. But I also think it's important that if that's something that's really valuable to you, for you to have physical touch, then you have to actually say it too, that like, this is important to me.
Yeah.
You know, like I really like hugs, or like this is something I really value. It makes me feel safe. Or like when I'm feeling really upset, I need a hug, you know.
Yeah.
It's also like the communication bit. But then there's times when, you know, you get an arranged marriage, let's say, and you didn't have the opportunity to really get to know this person. And then it's also an awkward conversation, girl. You can't just be like,
bro, give me a hug.
you know, I mean, I'm saying that, but like there's all these other things that you're doing without just saying the hug. But I just think it's such an important piece. We don't talk about it because in a little bit, it's something that a lot of us didn't grow up seeing like publicly.
Yeah. And there's shame around it. Let's be real.
Definitely shame. Like I know for a fact that if I ever sat in front of my mom and like, you know, my husband came and kissed me, my mom would be like, get a room.
Yeah. My mom would literally walk away. I wouldn't even let my husband come in and do that.
No, my mom, I know her so well. She'd be like, all right, there's a time and a place. This is neither the time nor the place. Okay. But like, it's so important. Like I know a lot of the girls that I speak to, a lot of my friends, we all agree on this, that like there is a level of importance with it. But I also feel like I've heard so many stories, guys, where it's not prioritized. And then there's also people that just, it's just not a part of their marriage. And sometimes you look at that and you're just like, no, but like you should try, because I actually think it brings you closer together.
I agree.
That's my thought.
Sometimes you also have to put your ego aside.
Oh, 100%. Oh, okay. So this is like a common theme. Okay. Someone said, friends, when no effort was put into my wedding, they didn't take pictures with me or even congratulate me. There was also people that said, when I stopped hosting monthly video calls, it took them 3 months to realize. So it's basically like them saying that when I stopped putting in the effort, that's when I realized that like that wasn't real.
To jump on that, my energy drained every time I'd leave my friend group. I'd want to go home just to sleep.
Yeah.
That's exhausting.
Okay. So, you know, this,
One more. When
go
I
ahead.
stopped sending the first text, we
Yeah.
stopped talking.
Yeah. Or when everything has to be done on their schedule and their convenience. There's so much
That
to
struck
say.
a chord. That struck a chord.
There's so much to say. Okay. I have a different take on it.
Okay, go.
In a way. Okay. Because if I give my personal opinion on it. So I used to have a really big group of friends, and my group of friends is so tiny, guys, that like it is non-existent pretty much. Okay. Like it's existent, but like I don't think I have that capacity right now in my
Right.
life to pour so much. Okay.
Right.
So I do think that you have friendships where people have, and great on them, honestly, where like you can call people and you can text people and you can always keep up and you can update with your life and stuff. And I love that.
Yeah.
But where I am in my life right now, girl, guys, I don't have, like, there's
The
so much
bandwidth.
going on, and
Yeah.
I genuinely don't have the bandwidth. And it's not because I don't cherish the friendships, but it's literally just because I just have too much going on. I have
Same.
way too much going on. And it's like, there's good things and there's a lot of heavy things happening. So it's like so mixed up that I don't always have the energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I don't have it. And so sometimes, and I feel so bad for saying this, but like sometimes one of my really good friends, she lives like an hour from here. She will message me, like we message each other every like 3 months. Okay. It's like, hey, what's up? You good? All right, we're good. We should hang out. Yeah, we should. And it's like, that's the conversation.
Yeah.
And I just know she knows and I know that there's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
But there's no animosity between the
there
two of you.
isn't. And
Yeah.
I think that's the important bit where it's like, I don't feel like, oh my God, if I don't, then you're going to get upset at me. And I'm just at that point in my life right now. But I do value the people that I'm around. But unfortunately, in this stage right now, I'm just not able to show up in like the 100% Hina way that I would want to.
Yeah. Or that we used to have the time for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We got 4 kids here. Okay.
Guys,
4 kids.
you're lucky I'm recording these episodes. Okay? That's all I got time for right now.
Where's the lie?
I literally can't. I just can't. I will try my best, but there are many times where I will openly flop on a plan. I was supposed to meet some friends for coffee last night, and I literally looked at them. I was like, guys, it's 9 p.m. I'm not coming out. You guys go ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't need an explanation. But this is the part of the friendship that I appreciate, and this is why we've been friends for so long, is I didn't need to give an explanation.
Yeah.
Because if it's anybody else, I'd be like, oh, because the baby, oh, because I'm tired, oh, no. With them, I was like, guys, you guys go ahead. It's 9 p.m.
See you later.
I'm staying home.
See ya.
And then even the other one was like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. She's like, no. And then we just like didn't go for coffee because I'm like, I can't even, by the time the kids are in bed and I have a minute to myself, all I want to do is sleep.
Yeah.
Because I have to do my graveyard shift.
Yeah.
And that graveyard shift is hard.
Let me tell you about the graveyard shift, okay?
Okay.
The other day, I accidentally butt dialed her, okay? It's like midnight, okay? And I'm like, this girl's sleep time is like 7 p.m., okay? I butt dialed her. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I hope I didn't wake her up, okay? So I messaged her. I'm like, yo, sorry, butt dial, okay? I swear to God, 2 a.m., she's texting me like, hey, no problem. I'm like, I hey, bachadi. Like, she's died, yo.
Guys, I'm up at 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know, and I felt so bad. And then the other day you were like, yo, Hina, like, I'm really having a night. I'm like, okay, don't worry, I got it. Like, I got it.
So
But-
for me, it's just like I will leave people on red.
Yeah, I do that too. I'm
Like
not gonna
I
lie.
literally, guys, like I think people will message me and I will either not open the chat and it's all the way on the bottom of my WhatsApp and I have no idea now if you even message me.
Yeah.
Or it's literally I've left you on red. I apologize if I do that.
Yeah.
It's genuinely like I looked at my phone, I read it, I was like, okay, I gotta respond in a second, but somebody's having a meltdown. So I put my
That's
phone
what
down to
happens,
handle
yeah.
the meltdown, or I put my phone
Yeah.
down to feed the baby, or I put my phone down to like use the bathroom. Oh, by the way, I'm making a conscious effort.
Okay.
This is such a sidetrack of not taking my phone in the bathroom.
Oh, Girl, that's such a good idea because I just I saw a reel on that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not taking the phone in the bathroom.
I'm just trying not to because I'm like, okay, I go into the bathroom for a moment of peace, but then I'm overstimulated because of my phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm constantly looking at all these like reels and stuff, and then I'm gone. I'm like lost in it and I'm doom scrolling. And then I'm like, when I'm done, I don't feel like I had a moment to myself.
Exactly.
Because
I'm feeling the same
I
thing.
have like crowded noise from everything I'm watching on my phone. This is just like a self-realization I've been stumbling upon in the last few months. But yeah, I'm trying not to take my phone. So like usually if people would message me and I'm in like the bathroom, I will respond when I'm in the bathroom because I have my phone, but I'm not taking my phone in the bathroom anymore.
Good for you. That's
so
amazing.
I'm just like trying to whatever. So there are probably some people that I've left on red. I apologize. But it's just a phase in my life. And I can't even. Some people will look at me and be like, how's it going? Tell me everything. Da, 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 da. And it's like sometimes when I've had such a gap in conversation with someone, I don't feel like I want to share all the nitty gritties of my life.
Yeah.
And this is not a knock on anyone else. It's a personal thing. Like if I'm going through some baby blues, I'm not going to share it with somebody who I don't speak to for like months on end.
Yeah.
Right? When I meet you, I want a good time. I want us to just like laugh and have a good time, and I want to tell you all the good things that happened in my life. So I won't always share the deep stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, then I'm like, oh, I don't know if that friendship is one that requires so much of my time because it's just not as real.
Oh my God, everything you're saying resonates so much with me right now because I'm at such a weird stage, guys. Like it's like I was just thinking about this. Like we asked this question, and I was thinking the exact same, like on the same like road. Okay, where I'm like, I don't know how like much I need this right now in my life.
Yes.
Like I cannot keep up with it. I have kids. There's 2 jobs that I have. It's like there's so much going on. You know, it's like you're midway through a divorce. You're like trying to get up. There's so much stuff happening that like I find it to be so exhausting.
Yes.
That so much effort has to be put into certain things. And I just feel like friendship should be easy. It should feel easy. I don't need to feel pressured. I don't need to feel like I need to always make sure that everyone's bucket is full and mine remains empty. Like I'm just at a point, and maybe it's our age too, where like you've lived a little bit of life. Where I self-reflect at like the friendships that I have had in the past, and I'm just like, the ones that I value the most are the ones that I have to do the least with. Like it's in the sense of like, I'm going to be real with you guys. Okay. So she has 4 kids. I have 2. I came to her house the other day and then we were talking, and then she's like, yeah, you know, Ibrahim's birthday just passed. And I'm like, oh my God, Ibrahim's birthday just passed. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I missed his birthday. And she's like, it's all good. Didn't your son's birthday just pass? I'm like, yeah, it did. And she's like, oh, happy birthday. I'm like, happy birthday. Yo, we're good. You know, and it was like, I really, honestly, I valued that.
Yeah, me too.
I appreciate that so much because there was a time in my life where it was like, oh my God, this person's birthday, I have to get him a gift.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this person's birthday, I have to get him a gift.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this person, and it's fine. Like it's not that I don't want to, but guys, first of all, there's a lot of babies popping. Let's just say that, okay? And then it's like you have friend babies, then you got a lot of family babies.
Yeah.
Okay? And all is well, okay? All is well. But like sometimes you do forget things. And sometimes you do have moments where your brain is like flying in every other direction. And I just feel like when you have easy friendships, you just feel so much more comfortable and less anxious.
Yep.
Like I know I forgot his birthday and I genuinely felt bad, but then I was also just like, I know you're not the type that's going to be like, Hina is
what kind of a
such
friend?
a beep and beep and beep. Like, how dare she? Okay. And life just went on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes I look at my parents' generation and they would tell us this.
Yeah.
Okay. तुम लोग ना ज्यादा ही ओवर हो जाते हो हर छोटी बात के लिए तुम लाइक इधर मैंने पैसे जाया करने इधर मेरे पास इसकी बर्थडे एंड इट्स लाइक बर्थडे के बाद अच्छा तो अब हाफ बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करिए and I'm like okay mom
I would get the biggest lecture when it came to birthdays.
Yeah, and my mom was like, what's the point?
हाँ, तुम लोग इतना ज्यादा टाइम क्यों spend कर रहे हो इस बात पे?
And I get the value of birthdays. It's a beautiful thing, but my parents did not celebrate my birthday, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
okay?
same.
And maybe I overcompensate because now I want to, but I do think sometimes it becomes really excessive. And so for me, I'm just like, if I can't pour into somebody's cup or like if I forget something, please, like, I just need very easy friendships in this stage of
Yeah,
my life.
yeah.
Okay. And it's not because I genuinely don't care or I don't value. It's just there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I read some of these, I completely understand when you're giving so much to a friendship and then you feel like it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Believe me, I understand. But then on the flip side of it, I'm just like, people could look at me as that friend right now.
I hear you.
People could look at me as that friend. And I think it's not because I want to be a bad friend. It's just my plate is so full and I just feel like I don't know how to manage it.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing. It's not like my plate is so full because I'm so amazing. No, it's like my plate is so full, I'm dying. Okay. And like, it's like one of those things. So I read that and I'm like, I understand the perspective, but then I also feel like in friendship, there has to be a level of understanding for the highs and lows in people's lives.
I agree.
And like the low expectation is what I need right now.
Facts.
Okay. Zero expectation.
Zero.
Like,
जैसे लड़के हैं ना आजकल, we need the same.
literally.
We need that
Yeah,
bar to be
just
that low.
pretend I'm a man. Okay.
Keep that bar in Jahannam.
Swear to God.
I have to say, I also when it comes to things like, you know how we're talking about growth in relationships, you guys, a friendship has to grow. Okay?
Can I get an amen?
I gotta say it, like your friendship has to grow. And if you feel like there are friends in your life that are literally stuck in that same hamster wheel of like the high school drama, I don't know if that's the right friendship for you. Because if I'm saying it from my perspective, this is how I feel about friendships. I feel like if I don't have people in my life that have grown with me, like in their own path, but like we've grown, so the expectations are lower, like you don't put such a priority on certain things, that's the kind of friendship I need. I can't have a friendship where you're still looking back on like, oh, do you remember when we used to do this? Yes, we had a great time at that time. At that time, it was a great time.
Yeah.
I can't replicate that now.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Yeah.
But the reality is I may not want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's a harsh reality for people who haven't matured in the friendship. For them to look at me and maybe I seem like a bad person or maybe I seem like a mean person for saying this, but I don't want to replicate the friendships I used to have. I don't want to replicate those moments.
Can I get an amen? Because I don't want to either.
Yeah, that was a precious time for me back then.
Yeah.
I want to create something different now. I want it to be easy, low key. I want it to be just like, come over to my house and chill. I didn't make any food. We'll Uber something. Make it stress free for me so we can just catch up genuinely on like just on that level.
Yeah.
Versus it has to be this elaborate, oh, I'm going to bring you a gift and I'm going to bring your kids a gift and I'm going to bring your dad a gift and I'm going to bring your mom a gift. And then now I'm sitting there being like, damn, now I got to gift
Now
back.
I got to owe her back. Now it's like, it's kind of that like transactional relationship.
Yes. And then I totally vouch for all the people that have sent us the thing where now I have to make an effort with a baby.
Oh yeah.
And you may not have to make that effort with the baby because maybe you can leave the kids with somebody right now. But I'm at a phase in my life where I can't do that. So for me to step out of the house without a baby is ultimate effort. I will literally only do it for like a select few people in my life, which means if I'm coming to see out other people, I probably have to bring the baby.
Yeah.
And that effort, I can't be doing it with a friendship that comes with so many strings.
And it's also like the stop and drop everything friends. You know, like drop everything you're doing because, you know, you got to see, like they made a plan you cannot cancel.
Oh, man.
You know that song, Stop, Drop, Shut them down, Open Up. Oh, no. That's a rough ride. Guys, it's a rough rider's road, okay?
I'm not going to lie.
The hell?
I'm the first to cancel on that kind of a plan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And like, there are going to be people in your life that are going to make the effort, that are going to come and see you, that are going to make it seem just like it's easy, chill. Like, you know, I'm not going to lie. I've said this time and time again. The way Hina drives and shows up for people, yo, you need to appreciate that.
I really appreciate
because the drive is hard.
Guys, it's so hard.
And so many people just look past it.
Yeah, you know what? I do feel that.
You know, they'll ignore it. They'll just be like, no, well, Hina's coming. Hina's gonna show up.
Hina's gonna show up.
Well, yeah, she is. But are you appreciating it?
Cheers
are you
to
acknowledging
that.
it?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna make a plan all the way in another 45-minute drive in addition to the hour drive that she has?
Oh my God, thank you so much for acknowledging.
Like, that's a long drive.
We're healing on the episode ourselves, okay, guys? Thanks. Because tuning in. I
literally can't imagine like me making a plan in downtown Toronto and you having to get your butt there.
It's like a 2-hour drive, guys. I might as well get on an airplane and go to like Florida.
Yeah. You know, so like it's the things like this. We need to always just the friendships that you have, acknowledge the little bits. Don't expect me to like pick up FaceTime calls and reply to voice notes and do all these things. Bro, she voice notes me all the time. And what do? I message her back with a one sentence.
I know. And I love it.
And sometimes I like it.
And then sometimes I'm like, she's so irritated by my voice because I listen to my voice note back and I'm like, why do you talk to me?
No, she'll send me a voice note and like I want to respond to everything in her voice note, but like she knows I can't, so I'll be like, hey, sounds good.
And honestly, I don't care. Like when I say I don't care, I actually don't. Like I don't need your response to be in the format of a voice note. It's just when I have a lot to say, I'm like, maine kya type karna hai? I'm just gonna voice note it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I am.
Yeah. And then sometimes I blow up her phone and I'll respond with one sentence at the end. Not important, just writing it in here so I don't forget. Because my brain, I have a severe mom brain right now.
That's so true. I don't know. It's just, you know what? I think it happens with age. Because I remember back in the day when we used to hang out, like back in the day, okay? We've known each other for so long, guys. Yeah. And it's like, we would go out for chais all the time. It would be like every weekend we were doing something.
Yeah,
every freaking weekend we were doing something, okay? And now it's like a slower life. There's a lot more layers to it. But I also feel like what I've noticed with myself is... there's just so much that's happened in the last few years. Okay. And now at this point, it's like, for some reason, I just feel like I read the friendship. So like for me, it's like, what value am I getting from this friendship? Truly. Like, is this one of those friendships where it's like, okay, I'll go every few months, we'll go out for dinner. Or is this like a deeper value where it's like, I can actually feel close enough to you to open up and tell you what's going on? Because when I tell you, I cannot open up to many. Okay.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with that. And so now it's just like when people call me and I haven't talked to you in a long time and you're asking me personal questions, absolutely not. Do not have the expectation that I will tell you a single thing. In fact, it's going to piss me off.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I am very selective with who I choose to spend my time with and share anything with. Period. End of discussion. And I also feel like there are friends and then there are friends. So I have friends, which is like, I'll talk to you, I'll laugh with you, I'll hang out with you. And then there's friends, which is like, you're locked in friends. And I think I have like 3. I'm not even joking.
Same.
I think 2 or 3, like it's just so small. And it's like, even then, like, I'm just like, I don't think I sit with you and I'm like, let me tell you my life story. Like, I don't think I do that.
No.
That's just who I am. But I don't know. I don't care for a big friend group.
Can I also say that other people in your life also need to start self-reflecting? Because if I haven't spoken to you in months and you're calling me expecting me to like just dish out my whole life to you, don't ask me those questions. Don't corner me, because you know what? Maybe I'm working on myself and I just still don't know how to say no.
Yeah.
But I'm not comfortable sharing my life with you. Then what do? What if I'm cornered? This is the part that I don't like in friendships. Like, can you just not ask me the question? Can you not do a deep dive? No, but tell me like the bad parts of this. And it's like, I don't want to though. But I don't know how to say I don't want to.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's a hard battle, right? So sometimes I get so upset in that kind of a friendship because I'm like, you shouldn't even have asked.
You shouldn't have asked.
I shared what I wanted to share and I don't want to share anything else.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about, it's like random things when people start asking you about how much you make. Bro, don't ask me.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the worst question.
Yeah, but it's like inappropriate. And it's like, don't ask me that. But now you've asked me and I don't know how to wiggle my way out of this question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally
So
get
then
that.
I feel like those kinds of friendships actually frustrate me. Like I get upset at the person for being like, why are you even asking me an inappropriate question?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me like, tell me the ins and outs of like, what are the bad parts of parenthood? Or like, what do your kids have tantrums? Or, are you going through like spousal issues? And it's like, why are you asking
going
me
through
that?
spousal issues? Is that a real question?
I feel like people just ask they want to know the negative. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to say. If I catch up with somebody after so long, I'm going to share the good stuff. Right? Like, oh my God, my baby did something so cute. Oh my God, I'm like finally over this. Oh, I've lost a little bit of weight or whatever. But they want to hear the struggle.
Okay, so you know what I realize with friends like that? They're not friends.
Yeah, for real.
They're just not.
They're not.
And I feel like, like when you like read books about like relationships and things like that, what you realize is how important it is to surround yourself with like positive people. And coming from a negative girly, guys, like I feel like I used to be so down on myself. And now in my life, I'm just like, yes, I'll spend time with you. Yes, I'll spend time with you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's just like, it is the questions.
Yeah.
It's how people feel like they can pick up the phone and ask you very, very intrusive questions when they have literally like talked to you like 6 months ago. Absolutely not will I tell you anything. And I'm telling you, you will not be in my life. It's just a very weird dynamic, and you realize that about them.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I feel like I would have the same problem where I would be like verbal diarrheaing everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to tell you every single thing about my life, all the problems, all the good, all the bad. And now I'm like, I'm saying nothing. Life is great. Even if it sucks, life is great and I'm thriving.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand why people need to know. I do know why they need to know, because they need to feel better about themselves, that other people are also struggling.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have that in my life anymore.
Same.
Like, it's so draining.
Yeah. Or the kind of friends, or the kind of friend circle where you're like, oh, I need to know the bad so that I know that we're so good friends. Because you shared the
bad
down.
with me.
Yeah.
To feel like, oh, you confided in me.
Yeah. That we're close friends because you confided in me. And it's like, no, that shouldn't be a marker on our friendship.
No.
That shouldn't define how close we are. But if that's what you need to validate the friendship, then you need to really reflect on what it is that you want from this.
Yeah. You know what I feel? I think, and like, guys, I really think you should take this to heart. Okay. I think if you have a good friend, you can go through difficult things with the friend. Okay.
Right.
So I think if you have a good friend, you're able to have hard conversations. People just think that having a good friend is having a friend that you can have fun with and have deep conversations with, and they're ride or die. But like, having a good friend is a friend that when you don't like something, you can actually speak to them about it. And they can even take a moment, process, understand, and then discuss it with you. That to me is flipping growth.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I value that so much. I don't even know how to explain how much I value that, and vice versa. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me when I'm wrong, please. Because the level of bullshit that I used to put up with before, where it was like, oh, I'm not going to clock bad things. I'm not going to say, oh, I didn't like that you were asking me personal questions about my life. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't like that you had this competitive streak with me when we were like younger. Okay. That if I got something, you had to go and get the same thing. And it was like, oh, no. Tell me what you're getting asked. It was like very competitive. And now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I became a worse person for friendships that I had in the past. And now I'm like, honesty. Tell me the damn truth, please. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is like a marker of a good friendship for me.
Yeah.
Hard shit.
Yeah. And you know what else is a marker of a good friendship with me? And these are personal things because my close friends know this about me. It's like, I don't post pictures of my kids. I don't do any of that stuff. So then it's like when random people are like, oh my God, send me pictures of the baby. I'm like,
don't you dare ask me.
I'm not gonna send it to you.
The hell do you think I am?
And maybe I'll ignore it, or maybe I won't respond to that message and I'm not gonna send a photo. But then in exchange, don't ask. This is the thing. Like, how is it that we haven't seen each other for months, years, whatever? You find out that I had a baby and you think it's okay to ask me for a picture of the baby. How is that? How in your mind is that okay? So that's when this is what I'm talking about. The frustration in friendships is when I get frustrated because I'm like, if we were really close, you would have seen my kids in person. Ooh. If we were really close, we would have been play dates, this, that. You would have known that I was pregnant. You wouldn't have found out when I exposed it on the socials.
Yeah.
Ooh. But you didn't know.
I'm like, ooh.
You didn't know, which means that's me setting a boundary. This is me setting a boundary. Like, we're not where we are now.
Yeah.
If I share a picture with you, it's because I genuinely want you to see it. If you have to ask me for it, then that's something that you need to think about.
And now you know. For anyone that's going to ask her for a picture, don't you dare. You're not a real friend. Okay? Meanwhile, I already saw the baby.
Hina's held the baby too.
She's so
I had my coffee.
She's actually so cute.
Oh, sorry. I know. Like, I gotta say one more thing. I'm like too knee deep in this conversation.
Yes.
So when I had my first few kids, I love how I have to say it like that. Okay.
My first few.
Okay. A lot of people, including Hina, because we were not that close at the time, never knew my postpartum journey. They'd be like, Aru just got it down.
I swear I thought that.
I know. They'd be like, Aru she's locked and loaded. Yeah, look at her, thriving, first time mom, this, that, whatever. And it's because, this is me going back to what I said earlier. When we would get together, I didn't want to share the bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to share the good stuff. Like, oh my God, Hina, my kids sat up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hina, like, oh, the eczema's finally gone. Oh my God, Hina, this cleared up. Like, like you always want to share the good stuff. And then, but now we're a lot closer. And like the other day when she did come over and I was like, oh my God, the baby was awake for every 45 minutes. I swear to God, I was tearing up when I was saying it to her. Aww. And I was like, this is the growth in the friendship.
Yeah.
because I can share that with her, and I know that she's not prying. She didn't ask me, oh my God, are the nights really hard? She doesn't pry. I genuinely feel like I can share that with her. So I think that's another thing. I don't like the prying in a friendship.
Yeah.
Why do you have to, okay, nah, just to get something out of me just because you need me to hear something negative?
Yeah.
I don't want to say something negative.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's also sometimes like the communication piece. Like, for example, there's things that I didn't know about like certain friends. Like, I know that this friend doesn't like this.
Right.
But sometimes because you're a certain way, like I have sisters, right? You have sisters, or you have a sister and siblings. And so like for me, it's like when I speak to my sisters, it's such a different dynamic. It's like I say, like when I say bongia, like major bongia, okay? And like I can say what I want, I can do what I want. And then sometimes I self-reflect, and my sisters know this, and then I'll message them and be like, hey, I said this, like I hope you didn't take offense to it. Right? Just because I'm like, let's just make sure. Okay. Yeah. But like in friendship too, sometimes where it's like I don't really know always what someone's temperament is or what they're going through, a season in their life, right? I know when I was postpartum, I was like all over the place. Yeah. Like the smallest thing would trigger me. Yeah. So sometimes I'm also just like, if you feel like your friend is like saying something that's upsetting you, like you need to tell them to. Like you can always say it in a nice way, but it's like, I hope that if I ever said something to you that you'd be like, yo, I didn't really like that. Yeah. Like I would really appreciate it, because I'm just like, okay, then I won't repeat it again. Yeah, like, I genuinely didn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I do think there's like a little bit of the communication piece, but it's also hard because it depends on who it is, right? It is. Like there's some friends that you're like, I could tell you हजार दफा मैं तुम्हें बता सकती हूँ, तुम फिर भी पागल हो. Like I can't explain it.
That's what I'm saying. Because the self-reflection piece doesn't exist on their end.
They don't know how to clock it.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. Part 1 is actually on our Patreon. Yes. You guys have to watch it because it's a really, really good episode. We have so much to talk about with this because there's so many people that send stuff in. But so please, please, please check out our Patreon. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and to all of our social medias. We are almost at 20. Maybe we will be there.
I think we will be. Yeah. Come on, guys. We will be.
I think we're like 70 away or something.
You guys!
Like 65. Okay. So hopefully if we're there, thank you so much for allowing us to get there. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Okay, Mom.